What's going on, guys? It's Fragger here again, and welcome back to another episode of Fragger Builds. And as you can see, I have a lot of bees over here. I'm not exactly sure how this happened. It happened after I made a backup of this world between episodes, and I don't really know what's going on here, but there are a ton of bees, like so many of them. I think there's about 100 of them right here. Luckily, it's not causing too much lag, so I don't know if what I'm gonna do with them. I don't know. I don't really want to kill them, but I also don't want to keep them here. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, that is not all that happened between episodes. As you can see, I have some netherite gear now, and I do have my fortune pick netherite as well. And as you can see over there, I did start work on the mountainside renovation, and I am very happy with how this turned out. I think it looks amazing, and it really didn't take that long to do. I was kind of surprised. I thought this would take hours to do, but all in all, it only took about 1 hour. So it really wasn't too bad, and that's about a third of what I want to do on this side of the mountain. So this project is not going to take nearly as much time as I thought it would. But the big problem with this right now is I need more stone. I am completely out of stone. So I need to go mining for some more, and in order to do that, I really want to get a beacon so that I can have haste too. Now, I do have enough iron, and actually between episodes, I did do a little bit of wither skull hunting, and I did get 3 wither skulls, so we can do a wither fight, and I'll probably do that once I'm done with the intro. But there are a few other things that I want to go over before we start on that. One, I did do some texture pack changes. So I did change up the sandstone textures a little bit. Really all I did to them is increase the contrast on them with the smooth sandstone, and I did do a little bit of adjusting to the actual texture itself on these regular sandstone textures. I also changed the sand texture, so it's a little more yellow, and I think it looks a lot better. I also changed the acacia texture, so it's a little bit dimmer. All I did for that one is increase the contrast and decrease the brightness on it, so I think the new acacia textures look a lot better. I also increased the contrast on this terracotta texture, and I did do a little bit of adjusting to the copper texture and also the spruce texture. I really just reduced the saturation on the spruce texture, and up here is probably going to be a better look at it. I'm kind of happy with it. I may revert back to the original one. I'm not sure yet. I may reduce the saturation on that one as well, but I think it looks alright. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. I'll do some adjusting to it probably later, but I think that's really all that I'm going to do with it for now. I did not do any adjusting to the red sandstone texture yet, so I still have to do that. And I think that's pretty much all the texture pack stuff that I've done between episodes. So that's enough talking about what I did between episodes. Today, what I want to do is start working a little bit more on this mountainside renovation and get at least this side of the mountain complete. And I also, at the very least, want to get all of the wireframe worked out for where I want to do all of this terraforming. So that shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Like I said, for like this part and the part on the other side of the mountain there, I'll probably just get the wireframe done for what I want to do, but I may start working on those parts as well, depending on how long that takes. Anyway, I also want to try and start working on the interior of this palace area and potentially get it finished. And I also want to get a pathway going up to the palace area and maybe work a little bit on the courtyard. I don't know if I'll do that in today's episode. I may save that for next time, but at the very least I do want to get a pathway going to get up there. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I want to get done today, so to start off this episode, let's fight the Wither. Alright, so I'm just in the mines down here, and I've cleared out a little room to spawn our Wither in, and I'm hoping there aren't too many caves around here. There's one right here, but I think it should be fine. I don't really want him flying too far away. And I do have a few golden apples here just in case he decides to do a lot of damage to me. But I think I'm ready to start this fight, so let's place these Wither skulls. Alright, we can go get him now. Oh, I forgot I disabled mob griefing. Whoops. This is going to be a lot easier than I thought. Okay, I should probably eat one of these. Yeah, that was... I did not mean for that to be so easy. I honestly completely forgot that I had that disabled. Yeah. Whoops. Oh well, we got a nether star now. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of this episode. Well, now that that somewhat disappointing fight is over and we have a nether star, all that we have to do is make a beacon. And once I have that beacon made, I think I'm going to get some more stone and start work on doing some more of this mountainside here. Alright, so my process for making these mountains is actually pretty simple. All that I do is wireframe out an area and then fill it in strip by strip, and then that's basically it, and before you know it, the mountain is finished. So on this side of the mountain, when I started it, I decided to have the main pathway come down through it, and I initially wanted it to zigzag down the side of the mountain, but I didn't really want it to intrude too much on this lake area, so in the end I decided to have it just go straight through the side of the mountain here, and then it'll come out on the other side of the mountain and then just work its way down until it eventually hits the ground. So I will finish the pathway later, but for right now this is as far as I've gotten. So that is all the mountainside work that I am going to do today. I am starting to get a little bit tired of doing all of these mountainsides, and I need a little bit of a change of pace because it is starting to get a little bit boring just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But as you can see with this mountainside, I decided to put the pathway in here. And I kind of decided that right when I started building this, because I did have the pathway coming here and then just kind of ending right at the edge. So then I just decided to continue it through the mountain here, and so it's going to end up on the other side of this mountain. And then after that, I don't know where I'm going to take it. I think I might continue it down here and just kind of come down here and then eventually end up over here maybe. I'm not sure yet, but this is the other side of the mountain that we got done today as well, and I'm pretty happy with how this side turned out. I think it looks pretty good and it fits in decently well. There's still a few more bits that I need to get done, like I need to extend this one over to probably over here is where I'll end it, maybe. That's my current plan right now, is just extend that over to there, but that is obviously subject to change. And then for the other side, I want to extend this one until it hits this guy over here. So there's still a little bit that needs to get done with this. It's not quite done yet, but it is basically finished. And then when it comes to this side, there is still a little bit, as you can see down there, there's still a little bit that needs to get covered up. Now, I did not do any wireframing to the other side of that mountain, so I still need to do that and get that done. But I'll get to that later. Right now, I just really want to switch my focus to something else, and I think that something else is going to be doing the interior of that palace up there. So I'm going to get a few resources gathered together and start working on that. Alright, so I'm here in the main little fort area thing, whatever you want to call it, and I want to start off this interior by kind of sectioning off where I want the kitchen. I think the kitchen is going to be the first thing that I build in here because it's probably going to end up being the easiest, potentially. Anyway, I'm going to start by sectioning it off, and for that, I'm probably going to put a post there. So we got this here, and I honestly kind of want it to come out to here. So this is just going to be a long little corridor, and then there'll probably be another post there, and I'll probably put the post here and then just replace this one with the terracotta and bricks. But right now I'm going to just fill in the walls here with the terracotta, and then I'll come back. Alright, so I have this kitchen area completely filled in with terracotta now, and I will add some bricks to it later, and honestly I might make some of the walls just completely bricks and not have any terracotta, but I'll figure that out later. So I want to have an island here somewhere probably about here-ish. And I think I might actually make it 3 wide. And then have it like this. And take these and then go like that. I think that's a little bit too small. So there, I think that is a good size for our little island area. And I probably shouldn't be walking on it because that's where the food is going to go. And then for the counter space, I want to have that like along this wall here, and then maybe along this wall as well. So for that, I honestly want to try having it 2 blocks deep. So kind of like that. I don't know if I like that. I don't think that looks really good. But I think it would just look really weird only having it 1 block deep. So I don't know. Actually, you know what I could do? I think that looks good. I just don't really like the corner. So I don't know what to do there. Maybe I could put some sort of like big stone oven thing in the corner there. That might actually look pretty good. And I also want to have a little bit of cabinet space up top here. So I'll add in some cabinets. Actually, I think for the cabinets up here, this is what I'm gonna do. When I get to here, I think I'm just going to do this. So we just have shelves up there. I think that'll be good for that. I think that looks pretty good. I do want to add a little bit more here, and in the corner here I think I'm going to put a flower pot and maybe like a mushroom or something like that in there. And up top here I do want to put a lantern like right there for some light. And then in that corner I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, you know what? I might put like glowstone or shroom lights behind these trap doors so that they'll be hidden by the trap doors, but they will give off some light. And then I'll go get some glowstone or shroom lights or something and put that there. So I didn't have any glowstone or shroom lights on hand, so I just put some torches up there temporarily, and then I'll come back and replace those later. But for now, I think it's fine. You can kind of see the smoke coming out of them, but I think it's okay. Also, for these smokers, I do want to replace these cabinets here with probably cobblestone, and honestly I think I'm going to move the smokers over one block. So we've got the cobblestone going up, and it just ends right there. And then that's covering these little smokers here, so any smoke that comes off of them will get sucked up through there. And this is also supposed to be like a little bit of a cooktop, I guess. So this is the general idea for the kitchen here. There are a few extra details that I need to add in, and I do want to put some sort of hanging lights here, something like that. And then for the flooring in here, I'm probably going to end up retexturing the black glazed terracotta block so that it looks a little bit more like black and white tiles, and then I'll replace that in here with that. And then for the rest of this, I really want to use quartz, but it's going to be really expensive because all of my quartz are quartz pillars right now, so I'll need to go back and get some more quartz. But anyway, I'm going to get working on decorating up this kitchen a little bit more, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so the kitchen is basically done. There's still a few more stuff that I need to do to it. Obviously, I need to add bricks to the walls, and I need to change out the floor, but I don't have that black glazed terracotta texture done yet. But other than that, this is basically finished. I did add a few of these glow berries in there, and I probably will have to put string to prevent them from getting too long, but I think they'll make a really nice addition to this. I may texture them differently though, so they're not so bright. They're very, very contrasty against these acacia leaves, but I did put in a lot of leaves here, and I did add these little hanging bits of fences to put these lanterns on, and I think they look pretty good. I also want to add a few candles in here, but I don't have any wax and I don't have any bee farm set up yet, so I'll need to do that before I can put some candles in here. I also added these little bits of food in the item frames here, so it looks like they're actually preparing some food. And I did add in the blast furnaces for the ovens, and the smokers are just going to be like the stove tops. I also added in a few more of these flower pots with mushrooms in them, and that's basically all that I did to this place. And I also added this little shelf in here. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really good, and this is just one small room in this entire little palace area, so I think I'm going to start work on the rest of the interiors in this little palace area, and then I'll meet back up with you guys at least once I am done with this main little fort area, but probably once I'm done with the rest of this place. So I was just doing a little bit of tree chopping in this forest here to get some birch logs for a reason I will get to in a little bit. But this morning when I opened Minecraft, I got a little notification, and as you can see, I got my migration cape. So I was able to migrate my account this morning. I got that notification, and so now I have a cape. I've always kind of wanted a cape ever since I knew they were a thing in the game, and I never ended up going to any of the Minecons, so I never got a Minecon cape. But anyway, I think it's really cool now that I do have a cape, and of course when you're wearing an elytra, it does apply the cape texture to your elytra like this. But getting into the reason why I wanted to get this birch, I want to use it in this. And I just wanted to test this out to see if it actually looks good. So I think that actually looks much better. This texture here for the chiseled sandstone really wasn't working for me. I didn't really like it that much. And I think this smoother stripped birch texture just works so much better. So I think I'm going to add that into these sandstone houses, just to make the texture a little bit smoother. But anyway, I'm going to go sleep, and then we can talk about what I did up there. Alright, so coming up here to our little palace fort area, I was not able to get this room or that room finished, so I will probably get around to doing that off camera maybe. But I was able to get this guy finished for the most part. There's still a few things left I need to do. Upstairs, I need to add a few more leaves, but I ran out of them, so I'll need to gather up some more. Anyway, this is the main entrance to this main building here. And I did use red carpet for the floor here as like a little central carpet area. And this hallway is an even number, so it kind of annoys me, but I don't really feel like fixing it, so I'll just leave it like this. Anyway, the kitchen, as you can see, I did change out the floor, and this is white glazed terracotta because I kind of like the black glazed terracotta texture a little bit, so I wanted to keep that in the game, so I just retextured the white glazed terracotta. I did add some string here, as you can see, or maybe you can't see because this is probably pretty difficult to see in the video. I put string here so that these don't grow any further past where they are right now, and I think it looks much better. This one I didn't have to use string because there is a trapdoor blocking it. I also changed out the roof to be spruce, and it is on a half slab, so on these spots I did have to use a full block, which looks kind of weird, but it's fine, I guess. Anyway, going upstairs, I pretty much finished this. Like I said, I do need to get a few more leaves up here, and this is the balcony area. I might change out the floor up here. But coming up here, I did add some paintings, and I was able to get 3 bedrooms here. So this is the first bedroom, and then we have the second bedroom in here, and then finally we have the third bedroom. They're pretty simple, pretty basic, not much going on, so I may add some more details to them later, but I think they're fine for right now, and they're bedrooms. So in some of these spots, this isn't exactly spawn proof, so I did have to sneak in some shroom lights here for hidden lighting. And then coming up to the roof here, I switched this out for spruce. I think it looks much better. It just looks so much better than what the sandstone looked like. But anyway, that was all I was able to do off camera, and unfortunately I have run out of time in today's episode, so I wasn't able to get the pathway finished, and I didn't start working on the courtyard yet, and I really want to try to start that in the next episode. And I will try to finish the rest of the interiors here off camera, and I also want to work on some more of the interiors in those houses off camera as well. So there's a lot of work that needs to get done off camera. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And if you guys have any suggestions for this series or any other series on my channel, then make sure to leave those down in the comment section below. And if you guys want to interact with me or my community outside of YouTube, then make sure to join my Discord server link down in the description. But anyway, that's it for today, so as always, don't forget to keep building.